Hello, in this video I will show how I record purchase order, create purchase order on eBusiness Suite and generate an API from that. The API later on can be used for creating test cases, integration with other systems, and robotic process automations. So let's start by going to our forms recorder. Let's launch it. This will open our forms recorder, which is AI based, and hit on start recording. I will select the URL of purchase order in eBusiness Suite, and that would open Oracle EBS Suite, and every action that I would do from now on would be recorded. All the fields that I would click on, all the actions keys or function keys that I will do would be recorded, as well as all the fields that I would enter would be recorded as input fields. So let me put them side by side so we can see the recorded fields in action. Let me enter my credentials, and as you can see on the left hand side, all the actions that I do would be recorded and all the input fields would be recorded as input fields. So now that we open the purchase order form and we create a new purchase order, let's enter supplier, hit tab, and all the fields, the related fields would be entered. Let's go to line, the first line. We have here the item, hit tab. Now let's go to quantity and price, and let's set the date. Promise date, and the need by date, and those are the fields that I was required to enter so far. Let's hit on shipment, enter the organization, would be V1, tab, ship to, tab again, and click on save. That part was saved and we got the FIM 4400 transaction complete. Let's close that form, and now we'll get to the next step to approve this purchase order. I'll click on approve. Let's uncheck email, add in the notes AuraPlayer, and click OK. So that's basically the flow that I wanted to record. And the next thing that I want to get from this flow is the response, the output fields from this form. So I would want to get the purchase order revision. I will just click on it and that would become an output field. Let's get the status to make sure that it was approved, the total, and we can also get the created date. And that's it. Let's expand here the recorder. You will see all the actions that were recorded, all the inputs fields and output fields, and let's create an API from that. I'll click on save. Let's call it purchase order, create and approve. And now we will see all the actions here. We have the form, we have the input fields, all the fields that I entered. All of them are editable. They are parameters. We can replace them and change them to other values. And we have the output fields that we got from the flow. Now I can also add validations here on this flow. For example, on the status bar, to make sure that it was successful, I can make sure that it has FIM 4400. So just by clicking here on this field, say fail when response does not contain FIM 4400. And if it doesn't, then I'll know that this flow failed. Let's create that service, that API, and test it. So Let's go and test it. We can see here all the fields, can change them or not, and we can run the test. When we run the test, it will run behind the scenes from AuraPlayer server on eBusiness Suite, and we will get the new revision number and all the status bar messages from the form. All the triggers and validation of the form would be run, so if there are any issues or errors, we will get them as well. Thank you for watching us creating this flow. If you have any further questions, please contact support@auraplayer.com.